Hello, it's another episode of Talks with Heavenly. Okay, so today's topic, and which by the way, before I forget, because I do this all the time at the end of all the videos, and I might as well do it now. Make sure to go up there to the top and vote on the next polls for Talks with Heavenly and everything, and I will be getting out to another video here pretty soon. It may not be the week coming up, because next week will be vlog videos and makeup tutorials that I will be doing in Dayton, Ohio, which I happen to be in Dayton, Ohio right now and everything, but I'm filming this literally the Wednesday before, so I'm working ahead of myself. Yay! Okay, so today's topic, as you've probably seen from the title, is what physical features do you try to hide? I actually only have one physical feature that I typically try my best to hide the most, and I've actually masked it with tattoos, and most people typically don't even notice it now because they don't see it, because typically the tattoos tend to cover it, unless I turn to the side and you see it right here. So this right here is really the only physical feature, which of course, being a trans woman, it's very uncomfortable because I do have an Adam's apple and everything, but it's something that I have come to live with and everything and just kind of deal with on a daily basis. It used to be more pronounced from the front whenever I had no tattoos and everything, especially right here. So whenever I had this tattooed, I noticed in a lot of my videos and in a day-to-day basis, especially in pictures and stuff like that, you don't notice it because the tattoos make it flat, so it doesn't really appear that much anymore. Which is a good thing and everything, so I don't ever really notice it. Most people really don't notice it. I've noticed a long time ago in a lot of my videos, people would bring it up in comments and be like, you know, you can't be a woman if you have an Adam's apple. Well, you know what? And so with me, I'm kind of just like, okay, you know, I covered it up with tattoos, so now I don't notice it that much. I really don't ever see it that much anymore, unless you get like a side profile and, you know, a side profile or something. And other than that, I don't ever really see it. So that's really the only actual feature that I try my best to hide. Any other physical features would be a private conversation, and that's not something that I'm willing to talk about here on YouTube. But other than that, that's typically about it. I mean, there's not really much else to talk about whenever it comes to like hidden features. This one right here is probably the only one that I actually do worry about on a daily basis. You know, even knowing I have a tattoo there and it's permanently covered and it's not really that noticeable anymore, whenever I go out in public, I do have a tendency of like putting my head down or like, you know, doing this with my hand or something and everything to try to like mask it whenever people get really close to me or walking by. But typically that kind of just brings attention to it. But people do tend to just like stare at me, not just for how my looks are, but mostly my tattoos. Whenever I go out in public and I'm usually like this, most people usually don't like walk up to me and go, hey. They usually walk up to me and go, oh my gosh, can I look at your tattoos? You know, they're not ever asking like gender or stuff like that, but usually they figure it out the minute I start talking. That's something else that I usually try to hide, is whenever somebody walks up to me and they're like, oh, have a nice day, I'm just usually like, and everything, or, you know, I know that there's like voice training and stuff, but I've come to pretty much accept my voice, so that's not really, you know, like a big, you know, deal anymore. So I mean, as I get older, I've just come to understand, you know what, it doesn't matter what other people think. I'm me, and that's what matters. As long as I'm happy, that's what matters. If other people don't like it, well, too bad, because you know what, I'm still breathing oxygen, and I plan on living my life to the fullest, because I still live my day by the motto that I say, is if you wake up one day and somebody told you it was the last day of your life, would you be proud of the day, you know, what you did the day before? And if the answer is no, then you need to change something about it. And so I've come to understand that, you know what, I need to live every single day proud of that day, to the best extent. So you know what, so far I'm off to a good start. But other than that, I love you guys. Please make sure to like, subscribe, become a part of the angel group. Don't forget to go up there and vote on the polls, whichever side that's on, because I'm uncoordinated right now. Anyways, I love you all, and I will see you in the next video tomorrow.